Hello guys, Peugeot here, and welcome to another guide that I've brought to you today. I'm going to be talking about one of the most important buildings in your castle, and that is the tavern. And in this guide today I'm going to be covering a few things, mainly what is the tavern, how to upgrade your commanders in it, what are their loyalty levels, and what passive stats you're going to get. And this way I hope you will have an easier time using the tavern and doing what's best to grow. So the first thing, what is the tavern? The tavern is a building in your castle which is located right next to your blacksmith. And in the tavern you have stats, like these 5 stats here, that are benefiting you as a player. In the tavern you have all of your commanders who are just sitting there, eating, drinking, and talking about you and how much they like you. And what you're doing there, you see all of your commanders, they have different bonuses. Each commander can bring you different amount of points in different categories. So first of all, I'm going to talk how to upgrade the levels of those commanders. So as you can see, commanders are being upgraded when you give them different items like food, drinks, books, desserts, weapons, and jewelry. Those are the 6 types of items that you can give them, and each category has 3 quality levels. The first quality level is a blue item, which gives 10 points normally, but if you give it to a specific commander, it gives double points. The second category would be 50 points, which is a purple item, and if you give it to the right commander, it gives you 100 points, so double. And the third one gives 200 points, or double if you give it to the right one, and that is a very rare item to get because it's a legendary one, so we don't have it here. Here we have just a few of the blue ones. So let's take, for example, we are getting Salma. So each commander will tell you what they like. So she says she likes meat, and in this case we have some meat here, so if we give her 1, she will get plus 20 points. If we give 1 more, she will get another 20 points, and so on and so on. You can give them in bulk like this, and you can give with 1 click all of the items you want. Then what else? We have here some books. Who likes books? Well, that would be Seg, a giant who likes to read. Here he explains that he likes to read stories. So we have 3 books that we will give to him. And we have like 1 biscuit, which is a dessert. Who likes desserts? That would be Egbert. So we give him 1 dessert and he gets another 20 points. So that is how you upgrade your commanders, by feeding them the items that they like. And that way their levels are growing. Now we're going to talk about the levels of loyalty that your commanders have. So each commander can be upgraded, and it depends on the quality of your commander, whether your commander is gray or green or blue or purple or legendary. So as you can see here, I have a gray commander and he can only be upgraded to level 10. Then green commanders can be upgraded to level 20, blue commanders to level 30, purple commanders to level 45, and of course legendary gold commanders up to level 60. Now here is the thing, after your commander is legendary, you know they have awakening, so they get stars. So whenever your commander is already awakened with 1, 2, 3 or 4 stars, that gives you extra levels that you can upgrade him. So if you have a gold commander with 1 star, you can grow him to level 65. Like for example, my Sabrina has 1 star, so I can grow her to level 65. And of course, if I have 2-star commander, that gives me the option to bring them to level 70. A 3-star commander will go to level 75. And of course, a 4-star commander can go to level 80. And from 60 to 80, each level will cost you 5,000 points. So it's going to take a little while, but at the end of the day, it's worth it for commanders like Seg, for example, which has combat rate and leadership, which are very important. Now, let's talk about the passive stats. Here, as you can see in the overview of the tavern, you have 5 different stats that you're getting. So each commander gives 2 or 3, as you can see here, 2 or 3 different stats. And let's look first at a commander that gives good 2 stats. That would be, let's say, Arya, Seg, a lot of stars, and the right types of stats. And then let's look at a commander that gives 3 different stats. That would be, let's say, Varys, that gives you Aptitude, Finance, and Leadership. All of these stats, when you upgrade your commanders, the points are piling up here in this overview. And let's talk about each of the individual stats and what they give you, how they benefit you as a player. The first one is the Aptitude, which basically gives you a free speed up that you can collect every 4 hours. And as you can see, every 4 hours I can collect 15 hours and 25 minutes. I have 4,628 Aptitude points. That gives me that amount of speed up every 4 hours. And basically 5 points of Aptitude gives you 1 minute of speed up. The second one is the economy expansion, or the so-called finance, which is just providing extra gold that you can collect every 4 hours as well. And every 100 points, as you can see here, every 100 points gives you 1,000 gold. Then the troop recruitment, or the command stat, is really useful, especially for free-to-play players, because it gives you army. It gives you the highest unlocked tier troop that you have for free every 4 hours. So right here you can see I have like 389 tier 4 troops that I'm collecting every 4 hours. And each 10 points of command gives me 1 T4 troop. And then the most important stat, or maybe one of the 2 most important, would be the battle bonus or the combat rating. And the higher, the better. Now, in the combat rating, basically you get the points that give you total stats. And since I have like 6,000 and something combat rating, that means I'm fairly alright. And when I'm fighting, the combat rating is compared to the combat rating of the opponent. So if my rating is higher, my total stats would be increased by 0.025% of the difference. So in this case, if my combat rating is higher, I get the total stats bonus and the opponent doesn't. Then if the opponent's combat rating is higher, I don't get any bonus, he gets the bonus based on the difference. So this is very crucial when you're fighting, and it would be very much helpful if you have a higher combat rate so that you can be able to win more easily. And the last one, the last stat we have here, that is the leadership, which is arguably the best one, because it gives you two different bonuses. One is army size bonus and the other one is rally size bonus. So for each point of leadership you get 30 army size or 100 rally size, both of those. So the leadership is really important if you want to have a big march when you're fighting, so that you can be able to get an easier fight or to hurt your opponent much more with a single attack. And in conclusion, let's talk about the difference in the road that you may take as a free-to-play player and as a pay-to-win player. Now, for free-to-play, you cannot really compete in terms of combat rating, because you will have much less commanders, not so very much upgraded in levels. So what you can do is to concentrate on your aptitude and on your leadership. The leadership, of course, will give your less equipped army, a higher march, so that you can be able to perform better in fights. And of course, the aptitude will allow you to get those extra speed up that you can use to train troops or to do your researches. And that is how you can grow very much faster. And as a pay-to-win player, what you want to stress on would be the combat rating and the leadership. Those two stats is what you really need in order to be competitive. You need a large army size and you need a lot of combat rating. Like, I've seen people with over 12,000, and those people are very, very strong, and most of the time they have the highest combat rating, so that they have the extra stats against everyone else. This is how the Tavern works. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is there anything else that you're interested to know about it? And I'll see you guys on the next one.